Good morning. I'm Drew Holley with BIS Benefits. We are a commercial insurance agency and employee benefit agency located in Metro Atlanta, and this is America's most boring podcast. I am joined today by really a partner outside of our organization, Eric at RT Specialty, and Jesse Couch, who's one of our partners and producers on the commercial insurance side. Today, we're going to talk about business owners policy, business insurance policy, and a lot of businesses just getting going. This is probably one of the first things they do along with workers' comp, but what is it?
So a business owner's policy is really set up for, like you said, a new entrepreneur who's starting a new business. It could be a small contracting business, it could be a retail business, could be anything. It's really industry agnostic. But the whole idea is it's kind of a catch-all that's going to give you a lot of different coverages within a policy, so the small business owner doesn't have to sit there and get 10 different policies. So the most common coverages that are included in it are property. So it could cover the building if you own the building, could be just the contents and inventory.
Is it common a landlord would require their business tenant to get BOP?
Yep.
Kind of like if you're a consumer and your apartment in college, they would probably say you need renters. So a lot of business owners may not even know they need it. Mm-hmm. They look at the review of, I need to rent this place, and they need a BOP. And that landlord is probably requiring it to give them protection.
Yeah, so the client, the insured, is not going to really know, hey, this is a BOP, or they're just going to say, hey, my landlord says I need to get liability insurance, I need to get some property for my stuff that's in my warehouse. I just need to get something in place, right? And so that checks both of those boxes. It's going to be property, general liability. Sometimes you can add some other coverages in there, like some crime coverage if one of your employees stole something.
That's a layer, or can that be added into that generic
It's just
policy?
added into it. So they'll throw in maybe a small amount of cyber insurance, stuff like that. So if it's a very low risk type of business, that's what these are set up to do. If it's more of a higher risk business, say you're selling something that you're selling explosives for
fireworks.
Yeah, if you're a firework store, right? That's a higher risk. So the carrier's going to say, we don't want to insure that. So then we would have to go to an RT Specialty. They're a wholesale broker, so they help us place. Just think Lloyd's of London and kind of more
specialty, more tough, higher hazard risk.
And that's the world of general liability, business insurance, commercial. It's kind of like health and medical. What's the difference? Well, they're kind of interchangeable, but it's really, I'm trying to the best of my ability, try to protect my business, but there is overkill. If you hire a broker who just wants to sell you something, what's the point of having insurance if you're not profitable and you can't even survive? So BOPs, or business owner policies, they're really kind of usually that first requirement. Yep. And then the state of Georgia, if you have 3 employees or more, requires workers' comp, right?
Yep.
So those two are kind of the beginning of your journey of protecting your business, and then you start to stack more.
Yeah, and even with BOPs, Jesse, I just imagine they're not all standardized. So there's a very big difference between using someone like you guys who has the expertise and understanding the coverages versus just going online and getting a quote from some online platform, correct?
Yeah.
Is it fair to say people go years without reviewing these BOPs? Is that fair?
I think it's safe to say no one likes talking about insurance or looking
That's
at
why
their
it's
policies.
America's most boring podcast.
It's, they can be 300, 400, 500 pages of stuff, and it's a contract. So basically, sometimes we feel like we're attorneys at times because
We're not attorneys.
We're not attorneys, but insurance is a contract, right?
Yeah.
So it says, here's what we cover, and then they may exclude it later, or they may exclude it here and then give back coverage. So it's very technical, and at the end of the day, you want to have someone that understands your business. We want to work with clients that want to go through and explain what they do, because we can't tell them what to buy if we don't know what they're doing, right?
Yeah. But then even in the event there's a claim, if you have an online policy, you still need a broker like yourselves to help advocate in the event of a claim for your client to make sure that they get proper coverage with their insurance carrier.
Our industry has gone through such consolidation in the last couple of years where insurance agencies with 10 employees or 30 employees are getting bought up by billion-dollar agencies that aren't necessarily bad or full of bad people, but just naturally their incentive to review a policy that's $50,000 that you've worked really hard as a small business, they just don't have the infrastructure to review it and look at it annually. You owe it to yourself from what you've built to look at these policies and say, is this still relevant or do I need more? You're truly buying a broker and an agent, and it's the carrier that stacks on top of it. I think the general public looks at it in reverse, and that's why I have a heart to educating people. No one listens to me at cocktail hour, but and today, if you're listening to this, that'd be my main takeaway. So thank you all for coming in. If you have any questions, feel free to visit bisbenefits.com. We'd love to chat with you.